welcome. This is Judy Dahlgren. I am an independent demonstrator with Close to My Heart. I sell the items made in my videos and the products used to make them. I post to my blog and Facebook pages with project specials and giveaways. I want to inspire you to learn and use your stash. Links to products used will be listed below in the description. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe, like, hit the bell for notification of future videos. This is a video on the shaker ornaments we currently have. It's a Christmas special. It goes through the end of November. I have a video on this special already and what's in it. I can link that in the comments below. Okay. I made up little kits and I told everybody I would do a video on them so that they would have it to refer to. So it looks like this. I've got a little sheet here of directions, but you know, videos are always easier to follow just because directions aren't always clear to everyone. Okay, so you're going to get your sequins, enough for probably 2 ornaments. A circle cut with our thin cuts, which is needed to use with the kit. If you buy the whole kit from Close to My Heart, you'll get the chipboard piece, a piece of cutout cardstock, your acetate, and your foam adhesive with the circle shape in it. So, first thing you're going to do is stamp. Our Archival Black ink pad is really good ink. I like it a lot. If you have a Memento Black, you can also use that. Press down, get a good image. If not, flip it over and stamp on the back. Okay. If you don't get a good image the 2 times that you do it, another trick could be to use a black marker or very fine point marker to outline where you missed, because I know you only get 2 chances with this kit. Okay, and that's our stamp chamois to clean off the stamps. It's great if you need something to use on your stamps to clean them. I used to use baby wipes, but they left fibers on the stamps and they'd get all cruddy. It didn't do a really good job. I mean, it did the best we could with it, but the chamois is phenomenal for that. So much nicer. Okay, and our new Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers is what I'm going to color with. Be careful if you use our Archival Black that you don't pull black into it. Sometimes if it's not dry, like right now when I just stamped it, I could get a little black pulled in. The Memento ink will not do that. But, you know, this works great, gives you a really good image, and I'm just careful. So I'm happy with how the ink works with these markers. Okay, so put down your lightest color first, always. Then use your mid color. It's 3 colors in 1 marker. Mid-tone for some shadows. And your darkest, I do the outline. And you can do as much or as little as you so choose. Now, go light, medium, dark, and back to light, and do the whole thing with light. And this will blend all your colors together. The alcohol markers soaks into your paper, and it stays wet just a little bit. So when you go back over with the light color, it is able to blend them all together. It looks really nice. Love them. Okay, that's done. Green, I only use 1 in the green. The leaves are kind of small, so I don't worry about trying to get a shading with them. And this is our dull green. The other one was the Hydrangea blend. And this is the dull green blend. I don't know why they call it dull, because it's a really nice color. And this is the dark red blend, the only red they have. And I just dot the poinsettia berries, or holly berries, or whatever you may want to call them. And orange for the news. Okay, now you feel up to it. We do have, yes, that was the orange blend. dark red blend. Ice gray blend. Use the lightest this. This is just to give a little shadow on the ground where he is sitting and make him anchor to the ground, if you so want to say. Okay, just like that, a little smidgen. And these do lighten up a little bit as they dry. Now I like to add a little background to mine, and I have a sponge here that I've cut into quarters, and I ink it with our inks. And I actually haven't inked this one, but there's still ink on it. So I just go around here, and it just gives a real light background, you can see. Okay, just a little bit. And that's, you know, an optional thing. You don't have to do this. I just like to add a little background. And you could use stamps. One person I know that was at the crop I was at this past weekend used the little snowflakes, and they were just as cute as could be. The stamp set, she put the little snowflakes on there, so it was really cute. Okay, so he's all done. Now we're going to do the foam adhesive. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. If you have a poker tool like this, or a very fine stylus, you go around the edges to break any of the fibers that might be stuck together in the foam. Just make sure it's loose. You don't want to go all the way through the back, okay? You know, just far enough to get it loose so you can see it break apart. And it's sticky still. Now, one way you can do it is you can peel this off, just the outer layer, and stick it down, and then peel it up, and this inside part will come up with it. A lot of people prefer to do that, and it's okay. I just found that for me, this works better to peel it off like this. You just have to be careful because you don't want it to be an oval or wonky. And then you're going to stick it down real carefully because this stuff adheres right away, so you don't want it to stay in a circle as best as you can. Now you will have the outer ring to lay down on top of it, so if you're off a little bit, see, like I am here quite a bit, if you don't adhere it, you might be able to pull it up like that and get it to realign, okay? But you know, it's going to be covered up by the outer ring anyway. So all right, so press it down. Now you're going to use an anti-static pad. It's a powder. Comes in all different shapes and kinds from different companies, but it just reduces the stickiness inside your circle, okay? If you did the other method where you put it down and then pulled it up, it would be still sticky, as you can see. This would be missing, so you would have to be very careful to put the anti-static powder in here because this outer paper protector would not be there and your sticky side would be, and you don't want to remove that stickiness because you have to put your acetate on top. Okay, in your kit you also get your sequins, and there's enough in here for probably 2 shakers or more, and you pour them right in the middle, okay, and be careful with them. And I use my poker to move them around because I don't want them to be stuck on top of each other and not be able to shake once I put my acetate on them, okay? And there's little stars and all kinds of them, and some of the kits have different colors. There's red and green and white and gold and silver. I tried to put a mix in so people could pick and choose what they wanted out of them. Now, off camera before I did this, and I like to flip them off so the cup side is up. And whoops. As you can see, if that sticky layer was off, my sequins could get stuck to it too. If your sequins are sticking to your fingers, you can rub it on the anti-static and it won't stick anymore. Okay, so you get those in there. And now off camera, I was saying I colored some of them with the purple marker. Just add a little bit of color to my sequins. I did purple on them and they color nice. The markers color a lot of different things, okay? So that looks good. I'm going to take your acetate piece and, oh, this one's already started. How fortunate for me. On one side, there is a film, you can see. So you just take your finger, and let's say that wasn't started for me, and you're going to run your fingertip along, and you can kind of feel, oh, it kind of feels like it might be on the side. You know, you try both sides, and if you don't find it, just keep trying, and it'll eventually peel off. Don't do it real hard. I would not use like this, because you could scratch it. Okay, so now you have your acetate, and now you're going to want to remove this foam layer, protective layer. Okay, take that off and be real careful, because you don't want your sequins jumping up and sticking to that. So hold your fingers on it to keep it pressed down. Now you don't want anything stuck to it, so be careful. And the sequins may jump up onto your piece, so just beware. I'm going to try to see how they jump. How cute. Try to keep it in the center and where they won't jump up and onto your foam, at least, like that one did. That I'll push back down, hopefully, with my poker. Get in there. Get out of there, buddy. There you go. And you are going to get in there. Well, if they're stuck there, oh well. Okay, so there you have your shaker. And he's good. I don't mind that one being stuck there, no one over, no. Okay, now for your piece here. Okay, so see how he covers everything up, that if you had it misaligned, it's okay. Our liquid glass, this is a really old bottle, it lasts forever. We have the new fine tip applicator, which has saved my life a few times because they get clogged. The stuff is great adhesive. I use it for everything. Paper, acrylic shapes, foam. It's just a great adhesive. It lasts a long time. It's a little more expensive than, say, you get something in the store, but you can do a lot more with it. And it lasts a heck of a lot longer than the tape runners. So I highly suggest these, and get the fine tip applicator with it. So you're going to go and put a very small line around it. Oh, and see, I left the tip off it while I was doing this so that it got a little stuck. So I'm going to unclog it and show you how to do that. And the top is a little neat metal piece that slides into here. Voila. Put it on. Take it off. Now you can see it's not stuck anymore. Okay? Or not clogged. Okay. So you put a real fine line. And yeah, I'm not the most careful. And this doesn't dry immediately. So you have a little bit wiggle time to move your piece around. Don't move it too much. You might get liquid glass in the middle part. And you don't really want that, although it won't be a total disaster. Just pick your piece up, make sure it's geared around the outside, and push it down. Depending on what you have, like I put this gold paper on that we have, and I love how it looks, but it took a little while. I had to keep pressing it down to adhere it, to make sure it was dry and stuck and didn't move. Okay, so there you go. Now your shaker is done. Now we're going to add a protective chipboard to it so that it's going to last for a long time. Okay, so there you go. I also want to put to and from, or I can put a saying on here. You can do that now. I suggest putting this on last so that if you mess this up, you can maybe stamp on here instead of that card piece. And you can always just cut out a circle and use that if you mess up your stamped image. Just a couple suggestions. Okay, so paper to card stock, or paper to chipboard, or paper to paper is, of course, with this. And you just need a little bit. It'll be like one solid piece. You'll never get it off once it's dry. It's that good. But you have enough room time to move it around to make sure it's in the correct position. Okay, Oh, isn't that so cute? Shaker ornament is done. Now, I did color the little knob at the top. I'm going to put it over here so I don't get on my Versamat and have purple Versamat. I saw someone color the snow globe ornament top with the marker, and it looked so nice. She did a really good job coloring it with the brown, and she made it look shaded so it looked like, you know, the gold on an ornament top rather than having it stamped or drawn. Okay, there we go. We're all done. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have some shakers to make. If not, let me know if you want any and we'll get some to you somehow. They are $2 a kit or 3 for $5. Take care. Have a great day.